Test. What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. What's going on, Doug? I see you up in here. So we got a couple setups we're looking at right now. We're going to be looking at possible gold sales. We're looking at possible GJ buys, possible GN buys, and possible NAS100 buys. I'm also anticipating retracement though. Really just waiting to see if we're going to retrace or hold these next levels here. We've been kind of rejecting them a little bit, as we can see. I'm really looking to see if we're going to be able to hold these levels, but we do have some news popping off. We have 8:30 non-farm employment change popping off, so make sure to keep that in mind. But go ahead and make sure to like the live. Y'all should hop up in here and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Almost at 3,500 subscribers. We can get to that easily. We dropped a new video the other day for y'all. Got some videos lined up for y'all, Instagram and TikTok today as well. So we're going from looking at possible sales if we can maintain the whole 3260 as resistance. It's already been holding it as resistance, but it's a little too far for entry, so we're going to look for a retest. Again, we don't chase price, we don't chase trades. So as soon as we're going to wait for a retest or meet price at the next level. We're also going to be looking at possible GJ buys. We're looking again to see if we're going to retrace or not. If we can hold 193.45 as support, we can look for buys go to 193.95. Or we can see price retrace back down to 192.75. If we can hold that as support, we can look for buys there as well. If y'all was in the London session live yesterday, we talked about this GJ setup, that one that's projected, as well as we talked about NAS100 buys. GJ did a bigger move than NAS100, but besides that, everything else I've just been retracing and ranging for the most part, as we can see. We got NAS projected. So I'm just going to put the islands charts right here. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we get any charts, drop them in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. We got a new 15 about to pop up in a little bit. I'm in a sell position, targeting 32.45. Depending on where you enter, you should be in profit. I'm not taking it yet, though. I'm waiting for it to retrace a little bit. Let's see what this next 15 looks like. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Those just joining the stream, we have not entered these trades yet. These are just trade ideas. We have not entered these trades yet. These are just trade ideas. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free Telegram, free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out yourselves. Now I got an update and post how we did April. That's going to be being posted today. I was supposed to post it yesterday, but by the time I was getting to it, it's too late in the day. Stay on the Telegram. But I'll have that posted today, y'all. But if y'all want to see a sneak peek of how we wrapped up April, spoiler, we went absolutely crazy. So go to, let's see. Okay, so it's like there. So we did April off, catch a nice NAS100 buy, 62,000 pips. Then we had a GU buy. And the week prior to that, we went 3-0. Then the week before that, we went 2-1. Then the week before that, we went 5-0. And then we went 4-0. So we only lost one trade last month. So I'm going to tally all that stuff up, do the pips, the win rate, all that good stuff. And as far as how we ended the quarter one, as you can see right here, we went 44-5, giving us a 90% win rate. January, we went 17-3. February, 14-1. March, 13-1, catching a total of 155,207 pips. You can see this by scrolling to April 2nd. You click right here, it'll take you to the beginning of the year. First month, all of the losses are posted. But yeah, we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. Again, we do got some news popping off today at 8:30. So do keep that in mind. Like I always say, the first week, the last week of the month are usually the toughest weeks to trade because we have all these reports coming out. But we're going to see what these markets do for us. We're going to alert a little bit lower. Let's see if we can hold as low as support. Again, if we can hold 19,855 as support, we're going to be looking for buys going to 2080. What's going on, Maurice? Y'all see up in here? What am I going for? So I'm mainly looking at paying attention to NAS for possible buys. I'm looking at gold. I'm just waiting for retracement. So I'm looking at possible sells on NAS, possible buys on Possible buys on NAS, possible sells on gold, and then I'm looking for GJ buys. Those are the main ones I'm really paying attention to. GN and GU I'm just going to look at, but the main three I'm paying attention to is NAS100 for buys, gold for sells, and then GJ for buys. Yeah, it's choppy because you can see right here on the bigger time frames, it's stuck in this consolidation. See, enter 32.55. Yeah, so you literally took a trade right in the consolidation. So that's why you're stuck there. So from that point, it's either going to, when the volume picks up, it's either going to break this low or it's going to retest, which is what I'm looking for on 32.60. So you took a trade literally right in the consolidation. I usually recommend, not even usually, I don't recommend doing that. I always recommend waiting for us to either be in a clear downtrend or clear uptrend. So you're just going to have to wait it out. Just dropped a new video for y'all the other day. Make sure to check that out after the live's over, y'all. Got some new videos lined up for y'all as well. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. Be sure to like the live too and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we need charts, drop them in the chat. Got a new 5-minute that just popped up. Can't believe it's Friday already. Man, these weeks have been just flying. Maybe it's just me, but I've just been flying lately. Let's see what we got going on. So we got DJ rejecting levels. So again with GJ, we're looking for buys still, but it did a big move yesterday. So like we talked about at the beginning of the live, retracements, I am kind of anticipating with a lot of these charts, especially after what they did yesterday and on Wednesday. So with GJ, if it can't hold 193.45 as support, we can look for retracement going back down to 192.75. If we can hold that level of support, we can look for buys there. But we're still looking for buys either way as of right now. Yeah, so we got gold. Do you have any advice on when to know when to take profit or hold till full TP? Yes, you got to learn how to read the charts. If you don't know how to read the charts, you're just going to be guessing, right? So you either got to learn how to read the charts so you know exactly what's taking place, so you can know whether I should hold or it looks like price is about to reject or this is a retracement, right? So if you don't learn how to read the charts, the only other thing I can suggest is, again, have a trading plan, right? Have a daily goal. Once you meet that daily goal, don't let it go below that too much. Once you go past a certain point, just close the trade, right? But as far as when to know when to take profit and hold to full TP, you got to learn how to read the charts because the charts are going to tell you exactly what's going on, right? If you don't know what's going on in the charts, you're just going to be ending up guessing. All right, so you got to learn how to read the charts, or you just, stick to your trading plan dollar amount and then close from there. But again, the playbook is created to make it easy and simple to understand how to read the charts. I don't got it pulled up. I mean, I could pull it up, so give me a second. But yeah, so it's just the two options right there. Got price retracing. All right, and if y'all was in the live earlier, well, not it's a new day now. But if y'all was in the live yesterday when we went live on TikTok, I pulled out the playbook and broke down the GJ setup, the NAS100 setup right here, the GU setups we were catching the past couple of weeks, and I also broke down explaining how the playbook works. And also, you watch like my most recent video on YouTube. I also break down explaining there as well. But you gotta learn how to read charts. I say it all the time. You guys gotta rip the band-aid off. Stop avoiding learning how to read the charts, because again, it doesn't make sense to not know how to read the charts. We take trades based off the charts. We're looking at the charts right now for setups. The confusion is based off not knowing what's happening on the charts. So you got to learn how to read the charts. I'm telling you, once you learn how to read the charts, it becomes so much easier, simpler, and most importantly, everything makes sense. You're not confused, right? I can confidently say I understand what's happening at all times, which is why I'm able to, in the Sunday chart analysis, first link in the description, be able to break down and predict what I see price doing throughout the entire week at the beginning of the week, prior to markets opening fully, prior to all the high impact news events. And it's because I understand how to read the charts. All right, so make sure to get y'all's copy of the price action technical analysis playbook. Again, this is not a trading strategy. This is separate from the trading strategy. This just teaches you how to read the charts. And once you understand how to read the charts, you can apply it to all these other strategies or apply it by strategy. And again, this will help you understand the roles of the uptrend, roles of the downtrend, understand what's happening at all times, know the difference between a retracement and a reversal, which I think is what you was also asking about, how to know when to keep holding or to hold to the final TP. Again, the only way you're going to understand these things fully without guessing and assuming is you got to learn how to charts. We got a new 5-minute popping up. So we're just going to bring this buy idea down here. We're still looking for buys, but looks like it might try to retrace. So we're just going to put that down there. All right, new 15 about to pop up. All right, so let's see if we can hold this level here, y'all. Again, if we can hold 3260 as resistance, we're going to be looking for sales going to 3226. All right, we broke out that reversal territory. We had bearish momentum. Now we still got a few more levels to break. Got to break these next couple levels because we can't easily get sucked back up into this if we don't. But as of right now, we are going to be looking for sales on gold. But yeah, I don't know if you're still in that gold setup. This is what I was talking about. I was waiting for it to retrace back because when price is in the consolidation, you don't know which direction is going to go when the volume picks up. And we can see here it rejected that level. And now it's pushing back up to retest this resistance level right here. So G is still in reversal territory. But we do have bearish momentum on GU as well. Yeah, so again, it's the first week of the month. It's just really about patience. You can see that this week we've taken trades at a bunch of different times this week, but sticking to our rules, understanding the rules of price, and sticking to the playbook, we still been able to win all the trades we took this week, right? The only one that we had that whipped us out hard after was on Tuesday when we took a GU buy, put TP1 and rejected. But besides that one, Monday, banger trade. Tuesday, hit TP1, and rejected. What did we take Wednesday? I think this was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, took this setup, Yesterday took this setup. GJ also one that's projected yesterday. So again, you just gotta be patient, right? Like I talk about all the time. Price isn't going to do the same thing at the same time every day. Every setup's not going to take the same amount to play out. You just gotta understand what you're looking for, understand what price is doing, and then you just gotta sit there and wait. That's why on charts, I got my buy and sell ideas to the right, where I'm looking for my confirmations to be met at, and I'm just chilling, just waiting. That's why I always say we're just chilling patiently waiting. I'm just patiently waiting for price to come and meet my confirmations. If they don't meet my confirmations, I simply just don't take the setup. All right, it's no pressure, none of that. New 5 minute popped up. Yeah, it happens. I don't know what time frame you was looking on. Well, I know you see it was entering on the 1 and 5 minute, but I always, I don't recommend that. You're scalping, so but if you're scalping, I always recommend still doing a proper analysis based off bigger time frames. Right. So again, sales was the right move, but like we talked about, we had this consolidation here. You never want to enter trades when price is consolidated. You always want to wait for price to break out of that consolidation and volume to pick up. That's what I was talking about before. Well, someone else asked the question, but that's what I was talking about before. You gotta have a game plan. If you had a stop loss and price hits your stop loss, you just gotta close the trade and take the L. Right? That's how people end up blowing their accounts in a week and revenge trading and being super emotional while in trades and putting all the pressure on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a game plan. You can't just be in the markets winging it. You gotta know how much you're risking every single trade, and you gotta stick to that. You gotta know how many trades you're taking a day. You gotta stick to that. When the TP gets hit, close the trade. When your SL is hit, close the trade. I can't wait. You're gonna get there. You're gonna get there. I got something I'm cooking. I'm probably gonna start that this month. Not gonna say too much, but something I'm cooking this month or next month. That's all I'm gonna say for now, though. But it's possible, y'all. It's possible. It's a lot simpler than y'all think. So that's why I'm like, all this time that y'all learning and practicing, just stack bread to the side. So then when you have the skill down and you practice on the demo account, then you have a good amount of money to start trading with so that you can actually make some decent money in the trades you take, right? Because again, yes, you can start trading with $100. Yes, you can start trading with $500. I've done it, but unless you're out the US, it's going to take a lot longer to see some decent profits. Again, the profits are going to be good percentage wise, but dollar amount is still going to be low, right? And that's another reason why people end up like over leveraging and stuff like that a lot, because they're not happy with the profits they're making with smaller accounts. You know what I'm saying? But you can get there easily. Like I said, for me, it took me 6, 8 months of just like taking this serious and learning. But I also had to learn all this shit the hard way, right? And figure it out. So like if you have like something already set up, a game plan and the playbook, it's gonna take a lot, it's gonna be a lot quicker. But after you learn the basics and how to read the charts, you have a strategy, a game plan, then the next step, which is either hard or easy, is just staying disciplined and sticking to the plan. Right? Not getting greedy, not getting overconfident, not trying to chase and catch everything. Like when you're done for the day, right? But it can happen very quickly. I said, you just need, all you need is like $2,000 to $5,000, and you'll be making part-time income. And then you can just scale that or just add more money to that account every paycheck, and you're gonna be good. We do got news today, so like we've been saying all week, if we don't see any action this next hour between like 4 a.m. and 6 a.m., it's most likely going to be chilling, consolidating or retracing up until the news at 8:30, which is still no issue. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop them in the chat. Got a new 5-minute about to pop up in a second. I'm not in NAS100. As far as SLs and TPs and all that, I send those in the advanced play signal. But like I said with NAS100, if we can hold 19,880 as support, we can look for buys going to 2070. Do you recommend SL and TP or trailing? I always recommend having SL or TP. I mean, those are two different conversations. The way you're asking is like if it's one or the other. Like you either have a stop loss or TP or you just take a trade and you trail. How long you been trading, Val? And this ain't like to call you out or anything. It's a genuine question, right? You ask me questions, so you want me to help you. So I need to know this so I can know where you're coming from. All right, like, so how long you been trading? And it's fine if you're brand new. Let's see what this is support here. Now, unless you're typing a paragraph, it don't take that long to answer. Don't be that person where you just ask a question then disappear. Like, I know you ain't just ask a question then just disappear from the video, but it's all good. Can't force you to comment. Thoughts on GBPUSD? We're in reversal territory in GBPUSD, so we do have bearish momentum. So if we can break below and hold 32.90 resistance, we can look for sales going down to 32.60, but we will not be in the downtrend unless we can break and hold 32.60, 32.55 and hold that as resistance, which is why I'm not really paying attention to it right now because I don't like taking trades in reversal territory. But that's what's going on with GBPUSD right now. So our reversal territory right now. So if we can break this level as resistance, it's a downtrend coming into play. But if we break like above this level, hold it as support, we can see the bullish momentum and see possible buys come back into play. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too, y'all. Y'all see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram playmaker_way, TikTok _playmaker_way_. Post daily on both pages. Got some videos lined up for y'all today as well. And at the beginning of the New York session, I'm going to be posting a recap of how we wrapped up and ended April. We absolutely been dominating this year. I mean, we were just picking up where we left off last year. We've been averaging high 80, high 90% win rates literally since the playbook got created. All right, so make sure to hit that first link in the description to receive signal for Telegram. Again, that's not how we ended April. That's how we ended March. But as far as how we ended quarter 1, that is still accurate that you see scrolling on your screen. But next week, the monthly recap or the monthly recap will be updated. So we got a new 5 minute that just popped up. It looks like we're still holding as low as resistance, but again, a lot of these charts are kind of in reversal territory and due for some retracement, especially after the big news we had yesterday as well as Wednesday. Especially NAS100 because that thing did a big push. Let's see what we got going on here. Only been trading for 2 months. I still need a lot more learn. Started on demo the first month. So, okay. We gotta cut the music. All right. I ain't got no sound effects, but I had to pause the music. No. Don't no. This is the mistake every trader, including myself, makes in the beginning, learning how to trade. All right, so I want you to stay with me now. All right, so close your eyes as I paint this image. All right, imagine you've never driven a car before, but you are a beast at Need for Speed. You can never get caught. You're always 5 stars in GTA, and you watched every Fast and Furious movie. If I give you my car keys right now, do you think you'll be able to drive me somewhere on the highway for 30 minutes in rush hour or even not in rush hour without crashing? Probably not, right? It's the same thing with trading or learning any new skill. You're bound to make mistakes when you're learning. So why are you going to put your hard-earned money on the line and donate to the brokers? You need to stay on a demo account. I wouldn't even worry about taking trades right now because, again, you know, I'm blunt over here. Don't take it personally, but I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't like when people sugarcoat shit with me. But you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So you're going to literally 99% of the time, you're just going to be donating your money. And then you're going to get mad. And you're going to put more money in. And then you're going to get mad again. Or if you're still not going to give up, you're going to just get real frustrated, or you're going to give up. And then you're going to be another one of the people on the internet talking about how trading is a scam and risky and all this other shit. You don't know what the fuck you're doing yet. So the last thing you need to worry about is taking trades. I know that sounds crazy, but you don't need to worry about making money right now. Like I was telling the other person earlier, you need to focus on the basics. You need to focus on how to read the charts, right? You need to learn how to read the charts. That's the first thing you need to figure out. And another reason why you don't need to worry about taking a trade, because you literally just asked me earlier. First of all, I'm so confused. You said you lost $540, but you say you're trading on a $100 account. So is it now $100 because you lost $540, or was the $540 on a demo account? See, so now I'm confused myself. But you don't need to worry about trading right now. You need to worry about the basics, right? So going back to the car analogy. Again, it doesn't matter how many Fast and Furious movies you watch. It doesn't matter how many times you watch the camera zoom in when they're shifting gears on the stick shift. If you get into a car right now in the driver's seat, you've never driven a car before, you are going to not know what the fuck you're doing, and most likely going to crash the car. It's the same thing with trading. It's a process before you hit the roads. And even after the process, there's still a bunch of people that don't know how to fucking drive. They got licenses. So that's all the more reason why you need to take your time and learn how this shit works. Right? I talk about it all the time. Again, other countries might be different. I'm in America. So in America, you don't just get your driver's license. First, you got to take the online test to show that you understand the rules of the road. You got to know what signs mean what, who got the right of way here, who got the right of way there, what to do here, what to do there. You don't even know that as far as the analogy goes with the chart, because you don't know how to read the charts yet. So you're not even close to getting your license. You can't even take the driving test yet because you have not passed the online test to understand the rules of the road. You got to know how to read the charts first. Then you don't got a game plan because you just asked me if I should keep on holding when my stop loss got hit or not. So that's a more reason why you don't need to be trading on a live account. You just don't know what the fuck you're doing yet. And again, I'm not saying that make you feel bad. I'm here to help you save money. So the last thing you need to worry about is taking trades and funding a live account. So what you need to do is spend the weekend going through my day trading tips playlist, spend the weekend copying the playbook, right? Spend the weekend copying the playbook and reading the playbook, because the playbook is going to teach you exactly how to read the charts step by step. Then once you understand how to read the charts, then you need to know what your game plan is going to be. You got to know how to count pips. You need to know how to calculate your lot size. You need to understand risk reward. You need to understand the right time frames to look for entries on. You need to understand how to identify the trend. There's so much shit that you don't know yet. So, and I think you're just kind of new. That's why I asked you how long you was trading. I figured that's why you didn't respond, because you was like, shit, I just started trading and he knows, right? So yeah, so don't do it, right? Now you got to be 18 or older to trade, so you're a grown adult. You can do what the fuck you want, but you're asking me questions because you find my opinion valuable. So I'm telling you something that's going to help you save some money. Okay? All right. I promise you, speaking from experience, you're not going to do anything but lose money when you're trying to learn how to trade while trying to take trades. Okay. Let's go back to so yeah, you need to learn how to read the charts first. All right, you got a lot of shit to learn first. But luckily for you, you're on the right YouTube channel, because you just go to my playlist, day trading tips. I got a bunch of videos teaching you everything you need to know. So it's the weekend. You got some studying to do. What's going on here? And NAS100 buys from 1960. 1960. Okay. So you got in yesterday, I'm guessing, or last night. Should I continue to hold? Well, what is your TP and what is your SL? So this goes back to what I was talking to Lyle about. What is your game plan? I can answer your question, but that's not. I mean, that's going to help you, but that's not going to help you long term. What's your TP? What is your TP? Do you have a TP? Yes or no? TP around new all-time highs. So that's all up here, right? I don't know if you actually mean new all-time highs. I don't know if you actually mean that. Do you have a price for your TP? What is your price for your TP, right? So let me show you what I mean. So when I send a signal out to the advanced play signal, right? When I send the signal out, I tell them the entry, I tell them the SLs, and then I tell them the TPs. So what is the price point for your TP? You told me your entry. So what is your SL and what is your TP? Every trade you take, you need to know where you're entering at. You need to have an actual SL and you need to have a TP. Yeah, but like I said, bro, I don't recommend trading on live right now. I highly recommend, like I said, spending time exploring my day trading tips playlist. The playbook, like I said, literally breaks it down step by step how to read the charts. If you was on my TikTok live yesterday, I busted that thing out. If you watched my most recent YouTube video, I busted that thing out. Right? But you gotta learn how to read the charts. You got to learn how to read the charts. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna save you some time. Identifying a candlestick is just one piece to the puzzle. You got to learn how to read the charts, the complete charts. One candlestick is just one piece to the puzzle. All right, I'm telling you that now to help you save some time. And I'm gonna say this too, and people can take it how you want. I don't recommend going and watching other channels right now because you're brand new to trading. So either watch my shit and stick with me, or find someone and stick to one thing, because you're going to end up confusing yourself and having a bunch of useless information in your brain. All right. So I would just recommend just sticking to my concepts and how I break things down and focus on understanding that. Don't go here, don't go there, don't do this strategy, don't do that strategy. Stick to one thing, because you're going to end up confusing yourself. Because a lot of shit you see online, especially when it comes to trading, is not good information. People don't know what the fuck they're talking about. All right, so I don't recommend flipping all over the place. And here's a preview of one of the first things I talk about in the playbook. One thing you have to understand is that price is not just randomly doing things. There are no coincidences in the markets. If you see something once, you'll see it twice. If you see it twice, you'll see it twice. If you see it thrice, you'll see it every day, every week, every month. The charts are like a 1,000-piece puzzle, each candlestick being one piece to the puzzle. Do you think you can see the full picture of just one piece? No, which is exactly why identifying a single candlestick does not help you understand everything. Think about these patterns and candlesticks people point out, and you actually explain what price is doing or why it's doing it. No, let's say when you see this, do this or do that. All right. Which is exactly why you got caught in what people will say it was a fake out or liquidity sweep, because he was on a super small time frame and he was taking a trade in consolidation. right? So, I said what I said. I said it's up to you whether you want to take my advice or not, but telling you from experience to listen to what I said, because I'm gonna help you. It's gonna save you a lot of stress and a lot of money. But let's see what we got going on here. Let's go back to NAS100. Are you a swing trader, Advance? How long have you been trading? Are you new to trading? If you are, it's fine, right? But I just got to know where you're coming from so I can know how to answer your questions and go about things. Because the TP you're talking about, that's not even like some swing trading shit. That's like some hold a trade for a couple weeks type shit. That's how you trade. That's cool, but I barely swing trade. I might hold a trade for a couple days, but I don't do none of that stuff. Again, y'all, we got some news popping out today. We got 8:30 USD news. We got the average earnings now from employment change rates. So make sure to keep that in mind. So again, if we don't see any action between now and like 6 a.m., we're most likely not going to see anything until during the news or after the news pops off. But the game plan's still the same. So we can look at possible sales here. We can hold this level as resistance. So we got a couple potential setup. A couple potential setups. Yeah, that's an option too, but that's why I'm asking, like, that's why I'm waiting for him to respond. I know you're in here. I know you didn't just drop that and then leave. I know that's not how people operate. I know people just go into a live stream, ask a question, and dip out, right? I'm asking clarifying questions to help y'all, right? I can't help y'all if y'all just ask a question and disappear. But yeah, Mark, that's why I was like, what are you doing? Are you trying to swing trade? You trying to day trade? Are you new to trading? Because that's why I was like, what is your TP? That's why I kept on asking, like, what is your TP? Because, I mean, I could be wrong because I don't know you, but you sound like you're new to trading too. So I'm like, are you new to trading? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. I just thought, those couple comments. Looks like we have that level of resistance. So now I gotta see if we can break through this level right here. So then, and this is why. Well, once you study up this weekend, you come back to the live on Monday. we can chop it up and explain and break some more stuff down. We got retest going on. Nas is still kind of trying to figure his life out. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. You can use charts, drop in the chat. These lives are for y'all. All right, I guess the Vance is no longer with us. All right. I got some crypto updates dropping for y'all this weekend, y'all. I've been a little bit busy, so I know I ain't dropping no crypto updates this week or any stock updates. I've been busy, I ain't gonna lie. But I got you. But another reason why is because the way I do the analysis is not like I need unless huge moves happen. I give an analysis for crypto and all kinds of stocks for like multiple weeks, if not throughout the month. So there's that also. Yeah, you know, content's content, but like I don't want to just be posting useless shit, you know, or just repetitive stuff at the same time. So I don't like to repeat myself when it comes to certain things like that. Like if I'm teaching, that's different. But as far as videos, I don't want to post like the same shit over and over and over again. So if there's any types of videos y'all want, drop them in the chat. I might add it to the list. I'm really watching GJ because I want to catch this next move. So I'm really watching GJ. I'm paying attention to NAS and gold too. But I'm really paying attention to GJ. I want to catch this next move right here. She did a big move yesterday, so I'm really interested to see what it's going to do today. When Steve is going to retest this level here. Again, we're looking for buy still nonetheless. So right now we're looking to see if it's going to retrace back down to 275. If we can hold 192.75 in support, we're looking for buys going to 45. New 5 minute about to pop up in a second. That's what's up, man. Hey, yeah, we ain't charging that much over here. I eventually want to get into crypto, but I need to be focused on forex. Yeah, That's the best way to do it, right? It's kind of like what I was talking about. Wow, just the different, similar thing, just different subject. What I was talking about him about was simply just focus on like one thing at a time, as far as strategies or mentor stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I did, right? So like I talked about before, I was in stocks first, not no options trading. I was just investing in stocks, and then I was in crypto too. But then when I found out about day trading, like I said, I stopped doing the stock plays I used to do. I stopped worrying about crypto, and I focused everything on learning how to day trade, right? And then once I started really scaling and getting good at day trading, that's when I started focusing back on crypto, right? Then once I got back down with crypto, understanding crypto, that's when I was like, okay, well, let me look into stocks and stuff. Now, I still like crypto over stocks, but yeah, so you're doing the right thing. That's the right way to go about it. But one thing I would say, right, like I said, I dropped, crypto altcoin analysis. So if you're just talking about just investing and stuff like that, I still recommend investing in something. Now, if you still want to take some time to learn and understand crypto, I would recommend investing into some safer coins. And by safer coins, it would be the coins I talked about. Where is my phone? Let me grab my phone really quick. I'm going to drop it into the chat. And what I mean by safer coins is obviously there's still volatility, but you'll get good high APR, APYs, which means that you will get weekly, and on Coinbase sometimes the coins you get daily payouts. So like you will get money back. So it's like it's a better version of dividends, because with stocks you get dividends, but you have to wait a month or a quarter every 3 months. But with crypto, you can stake coins and you'll get payouts weekly from the coins. On top of, if they increase in value, you make bread as well. But if you want to be on the safe side and have no risk but still make some money, there's the USDC stablecoin, right? So I told y'all crypto is mainstream now, whether people know it or not. All y'all's banks, even Robinhood, why are all these banks and all these other, investments, even if, like investment brokers now are talking about 4% APY? Why is everyone talking about 4%, 4%, 4%? The USDC, you also get 4% APY. If we go 5-10 years ago, we was all, if we had money in our bank, was getting half a percentage at the end of the year. And now all of a sudden, every bank's offering 4%. You're putting y'all's money on the blockchain and y'all don't even know it, right? But if you put money into the USD, so let's say, you're going to put, like 10% paycheck or whatever, not from savings, but separate, you can put it in there. It's a stable coin, so it's stuck at that price, so it won't go up or down. But at the end of the year, you'll have 4% increase, or you'll have gained 4% in your money you have there, right? But the coins I talk about in this video, you can get 7 to 15% depending on the coin APY, which is huge, which is still huge. You get what I'm saying? But there are things you have to. I'm trying to find it. Hold on 1 second. I'll be posting so damn much. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. Right, and then my stock and crypto altcoin analysis videos, just pay attention to the price points I talk about as well. But I'm gonna drop this in the chat. All right, cool. What else else we got up in here? Oh, okay, yeah. So there's no rush. Like I said, it's just one thing at a time. It's just one thing at a time. And the best thing to focus on is day trading as well, because like I said, once you get day trading down, and then once you start, once you get the basis down, you practice on a demo, you're profitable, and then you put money on a live account, you're going to make more quicker than if you had it in stocks or crypto anyways, right? Instead of waiting at the end of the week or end of the month for 5-10%, you could be up 5-10% at the end of the day, if not the end of every week. You get what I'm saying? When you're day trading. So that's the best way to do it too. That was my mindset as well. Like I said, I just focus on that. And then now that I have, more money to throw around here and there, and also because I'm being smarter with my money, because I ain't gonna lie, like my first year and a half being profitable, I was doing dumb shit with my profits. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I was doing dumb shit, but I was rewarding myself for busting my ass, working 2 jobs for like 2-3 years straight, busting my ass. So I rewarded myself, but I went a little overboard. So now I'm being a lot more smart with my investments. But like I said, that was the first thing I did too. I focused in tunnel vision on the day trading. Then after I got that, then I started using those profits from a return on investments and reinvest into other things, right? But there's no rush. Like I said, crypto's super cheap right now. But like I said, if you just focus, you'll be surprised where you'll be in 4 months, right? You're not going to miss too much, right? Like the big crypto moves are not going to happen until like 2-3 years down the line. So you got plenty of time. You ain't going to miss too much. So don't even stress about it. And that's the other beautiful thing about this, because the stuff that you're learning here to day trade, you can also apply that to, when you go into investing in crypto and stuff like that. So much more following crypto, trends, and so many other factors. Yes and no at the same time. I look forward to hearing your perspective on that. Yeah, so I talk about that sometimes in the TikTok lives, but at the end of the day, all charts move the same, right? All charts move the same, even with all the news, all the reports, all the stuff that happens. Like, for example, I was talking about this in TikTok live yesterday. Even with all this trade war stuff, even the tariffs, all this stuff that's going on, price is still following the playbook and following the rules of price. So at the end of the day, market structure and the rules of price are still king. Now, the stuff that is happening in real life can correlate or affect the markets, but even with stuff happening in real life, price still has to follow these rules. And how do I know this? Because I've seen it for years that I've been trading. And also, news events prove that as well. When high impact news comes out, they still respect these levels. They still respect the rules of the price. They still respect trends. So there's a few things that go to that. As far as if you're investing in crypto, the main thing you need to pay attention to and worry about is the coins that you're investing in. Are the companies good companies? Does it make sense? Do you see a use or purpose? It's just like stocks, right? And once you see a use or purpose, you say, oh, I like this. I like what they're doing. I can see this doing good or performing well. And then you look at the price. Okay, this is the price. This is the all-time highs. Okay, cool. Then you go into the chart and do your analysis, and you base where you're DCing in and DCing out at on the charts. So everything else that happens in the real world with the coins comes after. But the charts over everything. Charts over everything. Like I said, I go over that a lot more in depth and detail. Sometimes in the TikTok lives when I go live on TikTok. So make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You can see scrolling at the bottom of your screens. Instagram Playmaker, TikTok _Playmaker_. What else we got up in here? Yeah, like I said, the market cap is kind of important, but like I said, a lot of that shit you don't got to worry about too much. especially in the beginning. I still don't worry about too much. Especially depending on what's your purpose of investing in crypto. Like my purpose for investing in crypto is not trying to make some quick money. I'm going to make my consistent money and my quote unquote quick money, right? Day trading. All my crypto is long term plays and for passive income, right? So I day trade crypto, I day trade forex indices and futures. And also I'm investing heavily in crypto because I understand Web3 and how we're shifting into Web3 from Web2. And I also understand what's going to be happening soon with AI, stuff like that. That's the stuff you guys got to worry about. Right? All the other stuff is kind of important, but you got to worry about Web3, how that's going to affect the world, and AI, right? AI and technology. That's what I need to worry about when it comes to the crypto side of things. So, like I've been saying for a while, y'all need to get y'all some gold, invest in gold, and you need you some crypto. Right? These next couple of years, you guys got to stack up. Tell them now. What else we got? That's news to you. What part? I said a lot. I know I'll be talking a lot. So clarify what you're talking about. What did I say that's news to you? So I know what you're talking about. Because I know my responses to y'all's comments be like 5 minutes long. So let me know what you're talking about. Fractional subs or ledger flat. Yep. Use your ledger. Yeah, speaking about crypto, Bitcoin is just what they're using as the face of crypto and help popularize it. But if you are going to invest in crypto, I would not, and especially if you can't afford a quarter or a half of Bitcoin, let alone a Bitcoin, I wouldn't worry about investing in Bitcoin. I focus on altcoins as well as Solana, because you're gonna make way more returns on investments investing in these altcoins that are $20, $10, $5, 30 cents, versus you put in 120, 50 bucks, $1,000 into Bitcoin. How much do you have to start with? Start with to do what? 50% of crypto. 50% on crypto. Oh, okay. So with crypto, most brokers or apps like on Coinbase is a little bit more lenient, but like if you use Kraken, you have to at least like buy like $10 worth of crypto. Like so, like any coin you purchase, you gotta at least purchase at least $10 worth. But the one that's 15%, that is Cosmos, right? So the one that's 15% is this one right here. I just put it in the chat. That's my favorite coin. Like I'm talking about, I just throw money in that motherfucker. I throw money in a bunch of coins. So I talk about that coin as well as 4 other coins that can make high percent APYs on in this video right here. But yeah, Cosmos is one of my favorites. Like when everything did quote unquote crash a couple months ago, I still was making bread off of it, right? So again, like I said, I'm not in crypto for some quick gains. I understand what crypto is, and I understand that it sounds so cliche because motherfuckers say it all over the internet, but this is literally a huge opportunity, especially because things just got super cheap and they were already cheap on the crypto side. But I know when Web3 pops off, these coins are going to be the prices of stocks. Like, again, I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, but like, shit's about to get real, y'all. And motherfuckers going to be upset when they miss this opportunity, right? I'm going to talk about it all the time. People talk about, the Great Depression is about to happen now. Something similar, though. The next, if everything goes according to plan that they have planned, the next industrial revolution is going to happen, and Web3 is going to come into play. Right? So Web3 is going to come into play. That's another reason why they're trying to make it seem like AI is something brand new, and they're rebranding AI, right? Because if you just think about it, AI is not fucking new, right? Siri's been a thing for a minute. Alexa's been a thing for a minute. So many different programs. AI has been a thing, right? But, a few years ago, they kind of like rebranded it and trying to make it seem like AI is something brand new or some shit. But there's a reason for that, right? So that's for a whole nother live, whole nother topic. So it looks like G did that retest. So again, this is what I mean by retest, right? We had price break this level, retest, hold as resistance, right? That's what we want to look for. This is why we don't do breakout trades. We see when price broke this level, instead of waiting for the retest, you could have took unnecessary losses here, right? But when you wait for the retest, you have a higher likelihood of when you do pull the trigger and take that trade, the trade goes your way. Yeah, DJ, we're about to see DJ hold this level right here. But yeah, Cosmos, me and Cosmos are twins. So like me and Cosmos, I'll be making bread with this one right here. Again, this is not even $5. And if you purchase on Coinbase, it's 15. It changes, but it's like 13 to 50% APY. On Kraken, it's like 12% APY. But yeah, this one's one of my favorites for long-term passive income. But yeah, on the crypto side, I got a couple portfolios. Like I have a portfolio where it's like long-term plays where I have like coins that I see doing numbers in the future. I see purposes for, and I have a portfolio that's like straight up all the coins that I'm staking in like passive income. And I'm working on that shit. I'm just gonna be, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be one of my retirement funds, my staking portfolio. And then I'm gonna get a dividend portfolio lined up as well. I'm working on a dividend portfolio on the stock side. But like I said, I'm mainly focusing on crypto because stocks are gonna get digitized too and put on the blockchains too. So, and again, when you think about crypto altcoins, that's literally what they are. They're literally stocks. That's what I'm saying. When we go to Web3, all these coins are going to be stock prices. There are already coins that are stock prices. There's already crypto coins that are stock prices. But all these other coins that are 30 cents, $4, they're gonna be big boy stock prices soon too. Once everything gets signed off and shit. Got a beat. Nas pushing back above. Let's see if GJ those levels already did a nice little bounce on it. Let's see if we can hold right here. Again, it did do a huge move yesterday, but we're about to see if we can hold this lower S. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, drop them in the chat. It's Friday, y'all. Nice bounce right there. Crypto is setting a template for a more efficient financial system and data storage. I'll have to invest into the digital currency space. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Right. And that's again why when all these stocks were quote unquote crashing, gold was behind the scenes. Again, you didn't see you barely, if y'all did, there's barely any videos of people talking about gold. Everybody's been talking about crypto crashing, which it hasn't crashed yet. Everybody's been talking about stocks crashing, which it hasn't crashed yet. But nobody talked about how gold has been continuously breaking all-time highs. Yeah, there's a reason for that. You want to try to look somewhere else. They don't want you to understand what's about to take place. All right. But at the same time, it's not meant for everybody to know. So that's why if you know, you gotta take advantage. Try to help other people out, but as we know, most people ain't gonna want to listen until it's too late. That's just part of the game, though. Because again, if everybody knew about this, everybody invested, or everybody knew about day trading, everybody took it serious to learn how to day trade, the system in place would not work, right? So, you know, it is what it is. But I agree with this 100%. That's facts. Only about a player for Tuesday with Discord server over every loss is a winning consistency. Keep posting videos out to enjoy on YouTube. Yeah, it'd be like that, you know. But hey, you're here now, which is what's important. And you know, even when I get to 10K, 20K, 30K subscribers, I doubt we'll ever get to that point where I'm gonna be charging fucking 2K. Unless you want me to pull up on you, sit right next to you or some shit, that ain't gonna happen. And I doubt I'll even do that. I'd have to actually know you or some shit to even do that. But yeah, so the price ain't not gonna be that high because again, at the end of the day, I'm making money trading, so I don't need to charge that much. And again, what I teach here is also to remind y'all what we're doing here. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. This isn't a method. None of that stuff. We're investing. So part of investing is getting a good return on your investment. And again, the average person, if they spend $2,000 to try to learn something from somebody, you're not going to have another $2,000 to actually put into an account to trade with, right? So that's why my prices are the way they are, so you can get a return on your investment and a big return on your investment. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit I talk about and teach, that's what should be actually priced at versus what other people be teaching, but that's neither here nor there. But you know what I'm saying? You're here now, though. And yeah, we're not going nowhere. Like I said, we're taking over. We're taking over this year. Taking over this year. Done playing around. We're about to take TikTok back over. They keep on trying to suspend and violate. But, you know, we're going to keep on going. I don't give a fuck no more. Right. And it was funny because like I said in the comment when I posted on the screenshot, last time I went live besides yesterday was on like Tuesday. And I ended the live on my own. So I was like, so when I went to go live, I was like, how the hell am I suspended when I didn't get a notification or my live didn't cut off mid live? But at the same time, that same breath, I appealed it, and literally 5 minutes later, it came back. So, that's TikTok knows for the most part that I ain't on no dumb shit. But that's also why I'm careful what I post on TikTok, because I can't post what everybody else can post a lot of the times, because I'll get reported and flagged. So, that's why I keep my shit kind of chill and mild on TikTok. So when I do get reported, because people are going to report my ass, all I got to do is appeal it. And then when they go to my account, they're not going to see no crazy shit. So, I have a higher likelihood of getting my shit back. What else we got up in here? Up. Anxiety for, I don't know. I'm not sure if what that is, or if it's a plan. Like, so I just stick to, if that's a crypto coin, I just stick to not necessarily just the popular ones, but the ones I know for a fact got some purpose. Every now and then I might do some exploring to see if I can find some sleeper coins that are worth a penny that I can buy and be up 600%, or just get one up to 3 cents or whatever. But for the most part, I just do the regular altcoins. I don't really do that meme coin stuff either. I just, like I said, my purpose of investing in cryptos for long-term plays, right? So day trading and stuff, I do that over here. I mainly am just investing in stuff to get my passive income portfolio up, and also some coins that I know for a fact are being used right now and are going to be used when Web3 pops out. So those are the main ones I pay attention to. So again, y'all gonna need to pay attention to the banking and finance coins. Y'all gonna need to pay attention to the AI coins, and then y'all gonna need to pay attention to gaming as well, but not gaming. You can put down a little bit, but you definitely want to look into also the virtual reality and NFT coins. Okay, I'm telling y'all right now. So y'all Sandbox, man, those are good for VR and NFT. Y'all gonna definitely want to look into that, because again, shit's about to get real, y'all. Like I said, I don't like to say too much on YouTube, but shit's about to get real, y'all. So I don't know if y'all remember back in 2020, 2021, when everything was on quote unquote lockdown and shit, but they were having concerts in VR. They're having meetings till this day. They're having VR meetings till this day, like businesses, people, just regular people. You can even buy virtual real estate. Like, shit's about to get extra weird soon. But I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm just about to take advantage of it. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit that's about to happen. A lot of crazy shit. But like I said, it's not gonna happen overnight. But when all these contracts get signed off and they do what they want to do for like the next couple of years, shit's about to get real. Because like I said, they're already putting stuff on the blockchain whether people know it or not. We're already using stable coins and things like that, whether people know it or not. Man, advanced gaming, I know you did not ask me that when you ain't answered my question, 30 minutes ago? Come on now. Not even 30 minutes ago, 50 minutes ago? Unless you just hopped back in here, but I don't think you just hopped back in. I think he was in here. But we're gonna go ahead and end this live regardless, though. Shout out to everybody in the live, y'all. Again, we got news at 8:30, so we don't see any volume kicking or action between now and like 6, 7 a.m. It's probably not going to be any action until the news pops off or until after the news pops off. All right, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody that's been in live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody that's been in live since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal and free Telegram. If you're interested in how to identify these levels, my signal service, my mentorship programs, make sure to hit those in the description, y'all. Again, the Q2 sell is over, but if you comment Playmaker on any of my posts on Instagram or TikTok, I'll DM you a discount code. It's not going to be 25%. That sale is over, but I'll DM you a discount code. But there's a time limit on that discount code too, right? You can't just get the discount code and then come back 6 months later and be like, hey, this code's not working, right? But yeah, if y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram or Telegram. TikTok, I respond to all messages. And do not waste the weekend, y'all. Do not waste the weekend. Make sure to study on the weekend. Again, I'm not saying you don't have a life. I'm not saying you don't enjoy yourself. But I always say an hour, 2 hours a day, and you're going to thank yourselves. All right, y'all. But yeah, members, we're going to go live during the 8:30 news, see what's going on. I'll send the link out for that. And yeah, we'll be back at the same time next week. London session 3 EST.